Mr. Chair, we're live.
Thank you so much. I'd like to call this meeting to order. This is the regular meeting of the Baldwin Park Planning Commission for August 28th, 2024 at 7 p.m. If you're able to, please stand for the flag salute. Thank you. Planning Secretary, would you please do roll call?
Yes. Moment. Commissioner Gonzalez,
Present.
Vice Chair Pena,
Present.
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Present.
and let the Chair Escobosa is not here today. Let the record reflect she's absent.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to excuse Commissioner Scabosa?
I motion.
And I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Gonzalez,
Yes.
Vice Chair Pena,
Yes.
Commissioner Rodriguez.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. I now declare verbal communications open. Anyone wishing to address the commission on anything other than the items listed on the agenda may come to the podium. We will be restricting your comments to 3 minutes. Seeing no further interest, I now declare verbal communications closed. The only item on the consent calendar is the minutes from the previous Planning Commission meeting. Would any commissioner like to pull this item for discussion? Okay. Since no items are pulled for discussion, do I have a motion to approve the minutes of June 26th of 2024 on the consent calendar?
I'll motion to approve.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Gonzalez,
Yes.
Vice Chair Pena,
Yes.
Commissioner Rodriguez.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. The case being heard on the agenda is a request for approval for a conditional use permit for the use of an automobile computer testing facility with an enclosed building located within the industrial zone pursuant to table 153.050.020 of the city's municipal code. And the locations on 520 Hines Street, Unit B, case numbers being CP 24008. Can we have the presentation, please?
Yes. Can you hear me? All right. Good evening, Honorable Vice Chair and members of the Commission. Next slide, please. Before you is conditional use permit CP 24-08 to allow for the operation of an automobile computer testing facility within an enclosed building located within the industrial I zone. Next slide, please. The subject property is located north of Nubia Street and south of Arrow Highway at 5020 Hines Street. The subject site is approximately 0.46 acres in lot area. The site is currently improved with 2 detached industrial buildings comprised of Unit A with an approximate size of 3,879 square feet located to the front of the property, and Unit B with an approximate size of 6,025 square feet located to the rear of the property. Unit A is currently used as a warehouse business, and Unit B is proposed as an automobile computer testing facility. The site has a total of 12 on-site parking spaces shared between both tenant spaces. Directly surrounding the property are similar industrial-related uses, and further south to the property are single-family residential homes on Nubia Street. Next slide. The applicant, Bahag Samkochian for Samkochian Auto Group, Inc., is proposing to use the existing building as an automobile computer testing facility. Shown on the current slide is the existing site plan for the property. Please note there are no exterior alterations or changes being proposed to the existing industrial building as a part of this application. Next slide. Shown on the current slide is the expanded floor plan of the existing unit. As a part of this request, the applicant anticipates the need to install one mechanical lift to assist with the testing of vehicle computer systems, with the location of said mechanical lift shown on the submitted project plans. These modifications would be reviewed as a part of a later tenant improvement plan that will be submitted as a plan check to the Building and Safety Division. Next slide. Shown on the current slide are photographs that illustrate the type of equipment utilized by the applicant for their daily operations. As noted in the staff report for this item, the proposed business is limited only to the testing and calibration of automobile computer systems, as no other vehicle-related services are proposed as a part of this intended use. Next slide. The current slide shows on-site photographs provided by the applicant. As previously mentioned, there are no proposed alterations or additions to the exterior of the existing industrial building, as proposed in the applicant's operation plan enclosed as attachment number 3 of this item's agenda packet. Samkochian Auto Group, Inc. intends to operate Monday through Friday between the hours of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mr. Samkochian intends to operate the business by himself as the only employee on site during any given time, and intends to service no more than 5 client vehicles during any given workday. As such, conditions of approval have been included in the enclosed resolution that limit the computer testing services provided to take place entirely within the existing industrial building, and that no automobile-related services shall be allowed as a part of their request. Violation of any of the drafted conditions of approval will result in the revocation of a conditional use permit. Next slide. In conclusion, staff does recommend that the Planning Commission approve Resolution EC 24-12 approving CP 24-08. Both Planning staff and the project applicant are available for any questions regarding the project. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that presentation. I'd like to ask the commissioners if there are any questions for staff.
No, I don't.
I just wanted to ask for the floor plan that was shown in the slides. Is that the only version that was submitted? Like, is there a clearer version?
Yes, there is a version available in your agenda packets that you can see as a part of the attachments. And that version should have both the previous plans that were provided at the time of like the building's construction, and then a modified version that shows where the proposed mechanical lift would go.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
It just looks cut off on the agenda.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you. No further questions.
Great. Seeing that there are any questions for additional questions for the staff, I'd like just to open the open hearing. So I now declare the public hearing open. I'd like to invite the applicant just to the podium, if you don't mind, just stating your name and anything that you'd like just to comment on your project.
Hello, my name is Vahag Ramkochan. I'm the one that's planning on hopefully opening getting this CUP and opening this place of business. It's like a little brief introduction of like what exactly I'll be doing. It's kind of new. It's like something that's newer out there. It's usually on cars that are like 2017 and newer. All the sensors and like the monitors, basically whatever makes the car safe to drive on the road, that comes standard from the factory. After you get into like a car crash, everything needs to be recalibrated. The cameras, the sensors, the radars, the modules, all of that needs to be basically set back to the factory specs of it. And whenever you get into a car accident, parts get replaced at the body shop. They get moved, they get misaligned. All of that stuff needs to be adjusted and recalibrated by like these computers and tablets that we have. So we don't actually physically fix cars. All we do is just plug in computers to them, and then we could throw lasers at the vehicle, and we have like like targets that like the cameras and the sensors pick up, and they kind of bounce off of each other. So it kind of recalibrates the distance, when it's supposed to stop, when it's supposed to start beeping. So we don't really do anything like mechanical wise. We don't take anything off. We don't put anything back on. And the reason for my lift is because these the modules that actually get programmed by us, they're not underneath the car, but they're behind the bumpers, and it's a lot easier to look from underneath the car than actually taking off a whole bumper. So sometimes the body shop will leave something unplugged. So like sometimes our work's pretty easy. We just got to plug something back in and then recalibrate it. That's the reason for the lift as well too.
Great, thank you so much. Are there any questions from the commissioners for the applicant?
I have a question. Most of the maintenance, the cars are not running like a performance. It's mainly just calibration.
Yeah, we
correct?
don't do anything performance. We don't tune vehicles. We don't like change anything to engine, transmission. We don't do any of that. All we do is basically get a stock car and we send it back to its factory specs for the sensors and the cameras. That's all we do.
And do you expect any, how can I word this? Do you expect your business to have any noise impact from the testing or I believe you said like the scanning or beeping of the
Yeah.
cars?
So the beeping comes from inside of the vehicle, like the little chime you get when you're backing up. But no, we don't even leave the cars running inside of the shop. They're off. All we do is turn like we put on an accessory. So the cars aren't actually running, just the screens inside are on. That's about it. And then we'll take it out for a test drive and then we just bring it back and they'll come pick it up from the shop.
So we can assume the noise impact would be minimal, right? For
Yeah,
the community.
basically no noise.
Okay, thank you.
Great, thanks for asking that question, as I was also wondering that as well. I don't have any questions for you, but I just did want to just thank you for providing a very detailed operations plan. I know when the staff provided the report, just stated as automobile computer testing facility, and obviously somebody who doesn't know anything about cars, I was puzzled by that. But after reading your statement here and also hearing from your passion right now, I think certainly makes a lot more sense. And at least from my side, I don't see any reason why not to approve. Is there anything else that you'd like to mention? Or
I think that's about it. I just want to thank you guys for taking your time coming here to speak to me and kind of talk about this, but I really appreciate it. Thank you guys.
no, absolutely. And thank you so much for choosing Baldwin Park as well.
Thank you.
I'm sure everyone appreciates that. I just want to make sure if there's any other members from the audience wishing to testify on this matter. Seeing no further interest, I now declare the public hearing closed. Is there a motion for this project?
I'll motion.
And I'll second.
Can I get a roll call, please?
Commissioner Gonzalez,
Yes.
Vice Chair Peña,
Yes.
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Yes.
motion carries.
Great, thank you. So the Planning Commission has voted to find the proposed project exempt from the environmental review under the California Environmental Quality Act and the state CEQA guidelines. Specifically, the project is categorically exempt from CEQA under guidelines section 15301, class 1 existing facilities, in that it is limited to an automobile computer testing facility with an enclosed commercial building that was most recently used for an auto parts and business services, as well as, again, bear with me, adopt resolution PC 24-12 approving CP 24-08, a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Baldwin Park approving a conditional use permit for the use of an automobile computer testing facility with an enclosed building located within the Industrial Zone I pursuant to table 153.050.020 of the city's municipal code, location 520 Hines Street, Unit B. Thank you. Next item on the agenda, any non-public hearing items? Reports of officers?
Yes, we will have a meeting at the next available Planning Commission meeting, which is that date is September the 11th. So we have two items.
Thank you. And then if there's any additional communication from the commission? No.
No.
Okay, great. Seeing that there aren't any further comments, by the commission, I will accept a motion for adjournment.
I'll motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Gonzalez,
Yes.
Vice Chair Peña,
Yes.
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. And we are adjourned at 7:16. Thank you so much, everybody.